Alright, this is an invest in yourself, pick a card reading. We have blue, yellow, and pink. So pick whichever one resonates for you or which one pulls you, um, close. Kind of a buddy-buddy experience. But, yeah, we're trying to figure out what exactly is going on and, kind of give you some self-esteem and confidence in yourself, kind of. But this is just like a general type of pick a card reading, so it doesn't go into detail. So, just keep that in mind. So, let's get started with group 1, which is blue. I'll put the other 2 over here. Alright, so the blue card, it doesn't really have anything written there, it's just the blue card. And let's see. Why should you invest in yourself? We have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is like work and business, so cutting edge, big picture, a leader, creates tomorrow's business-minded, overcomes challenges, takes charge of certain convictions. So you could be very in tune with what needs to be done as far as business is concerned, or you have good instincts. Maybe you invest in the stock market, but yeah, you're not trusting your instincts 100% of the time, which I feel is kind of hindering a lot of progress or a lot of promotions that come your way. I feel like you might need to kind of put yourself out there a little bit so that you do get promotions, you do get bonuses, you get kind of a building sense of your own hunches and stuff as far as certain things. You could be very psychic also, so that could be something too. We also have, let's see, the second question is where to invest your energy. We have the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles has to do with finance and health. So mastery of a subject, being an expert, making money from your passions, money from teaching, apprenticeship, authority in your niche, passion, and high standards. So you could be very nitpicky of what you do as far as your job's concerned. You could be very good at teaching other people, or you could be very good at learning really fast, or you could kind of be like a know-it-all. Like as soon as you know what's going on, you're trying to help somebody else, or you're trying to make bank. So let's see. How should you invest in yourself? We have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is in reverse, obviously, so love, family, and relationships. So it could be the end of a relationship, a failure in business, death of a loved one, a depressive mood, finding peace, terminal illnesses, and acceptance and moving on. So there could be kind of like you're trying to part with something from your past. I feel like you're kind of the same person you were in the past, so you're holding on to things that were nostalgic or friends from the past that might have been kind of to the point where you outgrew them, or they may have outgrown you, and it might be very hard letting them go and being your own person. So I feel like you do have to let go of some codependencies. I feel like that might be a very hard thing, but it would be a step in the right direction. So it might take a while. There might be some grieving, but that's understandable because you are stepping into your own power. Stepping into your own power can be a very life-changing experience in and of itself. So take as much time as you need, but don't drag your feet, because I feel like in this moment in time, it's either you get what you need, or you're going to have to wait a really long time, like 10 years, to get it again. So just remember that. So it's better to kind of get over this fear of not having what you used to, and not embracing, adulthood or maturity. Um, as well, because you think that those memories of your childhood are going to be lost, but they're going to become really fond memories in the future and probably allow you to have very fond memories if you have children, or you become an aunt or an uncle, or just your fondness for your family in general. Like, you could have a lot of memories and build a lot of new friendships also. So, um, let's see, what will come if you choose to invest in yourself? We have the Hierophant in reverse. So the Hierophant in reverse is religious and um, religion and leaders. So a new approach, commitments you do not want, rebellion, uh, outdated traditions, subverse, judgment for lifestyle, being punished for doing the right thing. So you could kind of have like a new age thought process as far as your lifestyle is, or for um, like how you feel, as far as you know security and comfort and things like that. So it could be a very new age idea you have. Some people are in traditional and some people are in kind of like old fashioned type things, and then you have these people that are totally new age, futuristic type of views. So, it might be very new to some people and they might kind of look upon it like, what are you doing? But basically, you're reinventing what is normal. It's kind of like a bicentennial age, but it's pretty cool. Anyway, so let's see. How will you change your daily life? We have the Four of Pentacles here. So, Four of Pentacles, it's mostly finance and health also, because most Pentacles are. But it's success, conservation, financial gain, frugality, hard work, rewarded, security, investments, and savings. Putting money away for a rainy day, or saving up to do something, or kind of cutting the fat in luxury items. You could kind of treat yourself every now and again, maybe for a Christmas or a birthday, but I feel like you might kind of cut back and actually look at your budget more thoroughly, which it actually is a spiritual growth device when you can kind of balance and budget what you need and what you want. So it does align all your chakras, so you can pick good choices and make more of a navigating thing instead of a survival instinct. Okay, so let's see. Something you need to learn about investing in yourself. We have the Hanged Man in reverse. So there is kind of a suicide, a stalling, a need to make a sacrifice, and ill health and uncertainty in outcomes. The reason why you probably feel uncertain, or you kind of get points where you feel low energy, or you kind of feel stuck and all this, is because you're not allowing things to happen, or you're in like a toxic situation where you can't really grow or be yourself. Okay, I know some people are like, well, that's a little far-fetched. No, because if you're at low energy, there's something wrong with your own psyche, where your own hunches are like, I should have done that, but I want to stay here because it's safe. So it's pulling you in two different ways, and you don't feel too good about either one of the decisions. You don't want to live in the past, but you're kind of living in the present in the past, you know what I mean? So it's better to kind of take a chance and kind of be surprised or disappointed, rather than stay home and be comfortable and not really take any chances, not meet new people, not have that natural stimulant of interactions with other people. It could just be like you're getting your coffee and you talk to somebody. I don't know. But it could develop into something more. It could be like you have a regular friend that you meet at the coffee shop. I don't know. but it's initiating a conversation with somebody else, which will take you out of this situation where you feel a little bit, subservient kind of thing. But, it's building your power to be a leader, and more so be easily, persuaded in that direction of being a leader, and seeing the good in other people as well as yourself. Okay, so why am I worth investing? So the Three of Swords. Three of Swords. Okay, so strife and logic, the reveal of the truth, grief, heartbreak, reasons learned, suffering, the crap being cleared away from your life. You need to do that so that you can grow and change and become a great individual. I know people are like, oh, I can become a great individual every day. But the fact is that you haven't grown into the knowledge that you're supposed to learn. Like, you have to let go of a lot of old things to make room for new things and actually learn from experience instead of hearsay and other people's experiences. Okay, so yeah, it's a business leader and tremendous work. So you could be one of these people that's kind of a little bit standoffish right now because you're not sure if you should go for it or not. Okay, so you can learn a lot of good lessons from a few fucked up people. Believe you me, I've talked to a lot of people that are either writers or like they're construction workers. But the people that I love talking to are the people that kind of do LARPing. LARPing experiences are insanely fun, and it lifts you up into a leadership role, whether you want to be or not. But you get so immersed in this made up world that other people are participating in that you don't realize you're on a live stage basically, and these other people are watching you perform and you're watching them. So I feel like that's a great shared experience to have if you ever want to try LARPing or something. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, group one, hopefully this helped you out in some way, shape, or form. And I know it's a lot. So, yeah, you kind of have to find out where your comfort zone is. But you do kind of have to push yourself into a leadership role or into a team lead role where you're kind of making decisions, goals based on your team and their skills and how they perceive certain things that they would want to change and things like that, where you approach them more as a professional instead of a employee, a more equal sense of the thing. So then ideas flow easier. You don't really have to have the title to contribute. Anyway, group one, hopefully this helped you out in some way, shape, or form, and I will see you in the next reading, alright? Later, buds. Alright, we have yellow. Alright, yellow people. I love the yellow color. My entire room's yellow, actually, so it's a lot of fun. Anyway, so why should you invest in yourself? We have the Six of Swords. I believe it's in reverse. But the Six of Swords is usually strife and logic. It's in reverse, so it's a little bit different. So progress that you don't welcome, emotional baggage, change you didn't ask for, unresolved issues, results you do not appreciate, and resisting transition. So you could have been one of these people that doesn't like to do too much or move around or relocate, because maybe as a kid you didn't really have a choice and your parents kind of moved from place to place, or Maybe you were, kind of one of those families that went from one country to the next, kind of like refugees. But, yeah, I feel like you might resist a lot of transitions because it's not where you feel comfortable. Some people like traveling, other people don't. So you're probably in the place that doesn't right now. You kind of learned a lot of experiences from it, and a lot of things occur to you, and there's a couple misconceptions about things. But I feel like they were learning experiences that were very difficult for you to think about as a kid. So you kind of are like, I don't want to travel anymore, I'm kind of over it. And you kind of want to stay in one place for a minute or a while, or you kind of want to be a homebody and kind of make your home a home. Like, you don't want to be like setting up and then moving out and then setting up in a different place. Okay, so where you uh, where you invest your energy. We have the Chariot in reverse. No, I'm just kidding. It's right side up, so it's career based. It could be fame and achievements, fame and fortune, direction, being a source of inspiration, being authoritative, travel and movement, career, having drive, control, and willpower. So you might be making a lot of movements for your job. You might actually be relocating, but it's for your job because there's a career based initiative there. There could be a job that pays you a lot more, and maybe the commute's easier, or something to that effect. But I feel like you don't really have to move house in order to like go to different departments or different branches in your career. So let's see. How you should invest in yourself. We have the Magician. The Magician is a trickery and enterprise. So increase in skill used for good, desire, manifestation, willpower, originality, creation, achieving the things you daydream about. So yeah. So you might be one of these people that kind of wields a vision in your mind and then achieves it. So that you can then see it achieved on paper. It's kind of like I dream it, I do it, and then I get it, like literally on paper. So let's see. What will come if you choose to invest in yourself? We have the Fool in New Beginnings. So new beginnings for the better, a thirst for life, taking a leap, enthusiasm, free spirit, fun, and innocence. So there could be a freeing instance in this where you're not working a 9-to-5 job anymore, or you're kind of doing some kind of traveling, or like telling people about your experience where it's kind of like you wake up and you kind of do your job, or you wake up whenever you want, and then you like do a little bit of work, and then you achieve what you need to for the day. Like, a very stretchy kind of existence, very flexible. Okay, so let's see. How will this change your daily life? We have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, again, is finance and health. The first fruits of labor, a strong foundation, a cash windfall, an opportunity, prosperity, new venture, happiness and delight, base for the future. So there could be a kind of longevity type thing with a long-term job or opportunity. So there could be also a project involved in this. That's kind of like you could be a journalist, or you might want to be a journalist, and it's probably more freeing than you may think. Or you could be kind of like a research person that likes to research things or take pictures or like do something that's kind of on your own time, you know. Which is very interesting to see other people's work as far as picture taking is. Some people can do the fisheye, like just by moving their camera around or putting different things on the outside of it, which is pretty cool. Let's see. We have something you need to learn about investing in yourself. We have the Lovers in reverse. Lovers in reverse is a love or choice, affairs and infidelity, loss of balance, attraction only physical, temptation, disharmony, one-sidedness, bad choices made, passions to obsession. So, like, I kind of know where this is going. Like, you could be like a model, or you could be like really physically like pleasing to the eye or the opposite sex or the same sex. I'm not judging. But it's very surface level. Like, people don't want to get to know you on like a deep level or like know your favorite color. Like, that's really surface level stuff, but it's really just about physical attraction, and it's not about like your personality, your spirituality, your feelings, your emotional attachments. Stuff like that doesn't interest other people. I feel if you do take on this, you know, border thing, um, world without borders type thing, but I think you're going to learn a lot about yourself and how you feel as far as people and relationships in general. Could be a good or bad thing, but it's going to shape you as a person, and it might not be the type of person you want to be, because it, like, in my mind, it does show the reflection. Like, you might go through life without finding the one or love or things like that, and you might feel very insecure about that, you know, and um, uh, it's a very deep thing to talk about. Sometimes I wish I could just go on about certain intimates, you know, entailments where you kind of run yourself dry because you don't really have too much to talk about as far as other things, because you get so used to being treated the same. Alright, number 7, we have, why is it worth, why are you worth being, why are you worth the investment? We have the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords is strife and logic, so there's a betrayal, painful ending, deep wounds, rare positive. If from the bottom, nothing worse can happen. So, like, you could be in a situation where it's like, you could be homeless without food. I know one of my friends was, found her in the park, you know, that's a whole thing. But, yeah, it's taking a chance on something that you thought was just a fantasy or a dream, and actually moving forward. So, I have life on the road, touring, backpacking, promotion, earning money from, you know, exploring. Let's see, there could be a traffic accident, landing your dream job. There's a talent and passion that collide, and the hard way of learning. So that's kind of what I was thinking too. Anyway, group 2, you know, I don't want to sound really condescending, but you know, you do make choices about your own life and how you want to be shaped as a person. So keep that in mind every time you have a dream job or you have a dream ambition. Make sure it's 100% what your heart wants and your bread and butter at the same time, so that you don't feel like you kind of existing, you know. So your growth scares people who don't want to change. Let's see. So you want to be badass, show your heart to everybody. So I think if you kind of get out of this, cage that's like, oh, nobody cares of how I feel, you might actually be surprised, and people might actually think that you're deeper than you may have originally thought. So, there's that. Anyway, I am going to do a part 2 for group 3. But group 2, I want to say this, make sure that you know everything about your travels and things. I know some people travel around a lot and stuff like that, but make sure you stay safe. And if this is your dream job, make sure you take a lot of pictures. I know a lot of people that love when people take pictures of the places that they've been. So you might actually start a business of taking pictures. Um, so anyway, I will see you in the next reading, and hopefully this helped you out in some way, shape, or form. And yeah, if you take that dream job, take a lot of pictures. I love seeing them. All right, later.